My name is Alexa. I'm the CEO of Huha. We're a women's underwear brand here in Vancouver. I love your CEO collection. It's super cozy. Doesn't squeeze in any areas, and I feel like I could just wear it every day. I think what pushed me to start my own business was really just wanting to design every day the way I wanted to, and I'm really inspired by freedom and kind of just creating a life that is fulfilling and exciting, and I never really felt like I could fit into the mold of corporate expectations. It was really important for me to create a business that uplifted and empowered women. I grew up with two sisters and a mom, and spent my youth kind of witnessing, insecurities and not having self-love, and I think that's something we all experience. And I wanted a business that would help inspire other women to just love themselves the way they are. I think confidence, being empowering, and being optimistic are all like three qualities of a great leader. Or just a great person. I also think that they're all kind of outcomes of self-love and self-care. I don't like to see them as, static personality traits. So I think these are all things that we can all accomplish if we're talking to ourselves in a positive way, and we're kind of practicing our own self-love routines. And it's important to be that way, especially as a creator or an entrepreneur or someone who's, going after their dreams, because really when you look at things, you realize that we all are creating our lives every day. And if you can do that with confidence and optimism and empowering others along the way, you're just so much more likely to A, enjoy your journey, but B, get to where you want to go. Some days I'm confident, other days I'm not confident. Again, I think confidence is the outcome of personal effort. And working on those self-care routines. I think what makes me feel confident is if I'm spending enough time on my own, and I'm working out, and I'm doing my journaling, and I'm doing the things that really are good for my own well-being. So I would say yes, but also some days no. My self-care routine, I've picked up a few things along the way, like journaling, I have bath time a lot, glass of wine, like just walking outdoors and like going to the gym. Often I bring coffee with me to the gym, which is probably frowned upon, but I just feel like if you can just make your self-care routine something that you really enjoy, you're more likely to do it more often. One quote I really love and probably say to myself like at least twice a week it's actually a quote from Winston Churchill. And it's, success isn't final, failure isn't fatal, it's the courage to continue that counts. And I think I live by that, because whether you're experiencing success or failure, those are both pieces of advice that you need. As far as like work-life balance goes, I think it's a really big challenge as an entrepreneur, because your work is your life and your life is your work. And I think what I've realized is that balance doesn't come in the day or the week. It comes in periods of time. So there may be a time where 3 to 6 months of hustle, and then maybe we go on vacation for a month. That's my way of handling it. I think the best was be authentic and honest with who you are. And I think in doing that, you can really allow other people to do the same. I think a lot of the time we want to kind of put on a face and not show some of the darker things in our lives, but sometimes being real, you actually give people the tools to do the same. Yeah, so thinking about a challenging time, I go back to when Huha was just about to launch. So we'd finished our Kickstarter campaign, and we were going through production for the first time, and we had a bunch of our first customers waiting for their underwear to arrive. And then COVID hit and factories shut down. And it was a period of a few months of being so uncertain of what the future held, what was happening, are we gonna get our goods? You know, are we gonna be able to deliver to all of these people? Like, what if we have to refund them, and where is that money gonna come from? So I think the way that I got through that was really just trying to stay optimistic and envisioning, like I just kept closing my eyes and like just seeing the product arriving and envisioning myself packing the orders and getting them to the customers and having customers be happy. And then eventually it all worked out and all of those things happened, and I was just so grateful that it was my, you know, what I was striving towards had become a reality. So I think, yeah, using optimism is always helpful in challenging times. I think the advice I would give to the next generation of female leaders, like when I think of my nieces, I think that without getting too much into like a gender debate, I do think that men have had decades and decades and decades of mentorship when it comes to business, especially, and women are still kind of fresh in that realm. So I think offering mentorship to, you know, people coming up behind you or beside you is really, really valuable. And the more empowering you can be to other people around you, the better everyone is because of it. What sets my soul on fire is freedom and creativity. Starting businesses, finding solutions to problems, traveling, like just being an active participant in the way that life unfolds, and, you know, just fully enjoying the mystery of life. The advice I always give to people who want to start a business is just start. And your start is going to be different than the next person depending on your experience and your connections and your skill set, but just start wherever you can start. It's not going to be glamorous, most likely. My start with Huha was literally sewing a pair of underwear at home on my home sewing machine. So like, just start the ball rolling and keep it rolling.